This braised beef short ribs was so delicious, juicy, tender, succulent, and the mashed potato was soft, creamy, fluffy, everything that I dreamed of. This is exactly how I cooked mine. I think this is about 3 pounds of beef short ribs, but I'm not sure. Sliced up about 2 carrots, 1 whole onion, cut up about 4 stalks of celery, and I left about 4 cloves whole. I added salt, black pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika into a bowl. I used that to season my short ribs. Made sure my short ribs was really dry before I coated with the seasoning. And then I put a little bit of flour on there, not too much. Coated very lightly. To a heavy bottom pan, I added my beef short ribs in there with some olive oil, and I browned each side of the beef short ribs. When it's brown and charred to my liking, I put them in a separate bowl and left that aside until I'm ready for it. To the same pot, I added my onion, celery, carrots, and about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and I let that cook down for a couple minutes. I added about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I added 1.5 cup of pure pomegranate juice. I didn't use any wine because that has alcohol in it. I added some dry thyme and a little bit of dried rosemary as well. I let that cook for a couple minutes. Then I added 2 cups of beef stock, my whole garlic, and then I added back my beef short ribs in there. Then I slapped the lid on there and cooked that at 350 degrees in the oven for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. While that was cooking, I started to prepare my mashed potatoes. 1 hour and 30 minutes I cooked the beef short ribs for in the oven. I peeled my potatoes. I left them in the water so it doesn't brown. Cut the potatoes very thinly because I wanted it to cook really fast. I added the potatoes and added salt to taste. I let that cook until it's fork tender. In my case, when it's knife tender. While the potatoes were draining, I started to prep my season for the potato. I added salt, black pepper, 1 stick of unsalted butter, and 1 cup of whole milk. This is my potato ricer that I got lately, and let me tell you, this thing is perfect. Icing my potatoes made it so soft and creamy and fluffy. I will never go back to just hand mashing it. It was a little bit tricky at first to use, but after I got a hang of it, it was good. I mixed everything up together, and I didn't have to do anything much. Look how creamy that looks, and oh my god, let me tell you, it was delicious. Then my short ribs is finished, and look at that. I took out the beef and put it onto a plate because I needed to strain the gravy. Look how soft those beef is. The bone is falling off like tenderism. Strained the gravy and took out all the big chunks of stuff, and I added it back to the heavy bottom pan. I let that cook down for about 10 minutes, not too long. After that, I added back my beef short ribs, covered that with a lid, and I left that until it's ready to be served. I might end up making this once a month now because it was so delicious.